Hey everybody!
And welcome to Ninja Force Gaming.
We're going to talk about some mildly interesting shit for you to listen to.
We'll review everything from old games to new games to bad games to good
So let's play
games.
some goddamn video games!
Almost anyone who knew anyone in 2007 knew about Kingdom Hearts 2, and they probably knew about Kingdom Hearts 1. The game is flawlessly beautiful. It has been for a long time, mixing Square Enix characters and Disney characters into one cohesive little fantasy beat-em-up. Nomura released the Switch in November of last year, and a lot of people freaked out about it. They really didn't need to. It was a really quick switch. Nomura even said that it only took them about 3 or 4 days to switch everything over to the Unreal 4 engine. Anyone who's played the KH series before has seen the graphics in it. It's all done by the Luminous engine, which is Square Enix's house engine. So they know it like the back of their hand. They're switching over to Unreal 4, which everyone has seen popularized by Bioshock Infinite, with Disney's new probably hostile takeovers of both the Star Wars universes and Marvel. Both of those are big contenders for possibly being in this game. So not only is it going to be an incredibly beautiful game with the addition of Unreal 4, there are rumors that it's also going to have even more worlds to explore. Sorry about that. But yeah. Honestly, I think it's going to be a very interesting game to see how they pull it off. Nomura has actually released a very short synopsis of what the actual campaign is going to entail. It wasn't exactly very detailed, so I really don't remember any of it. But from what I do remember, it is going to be a very interesting one. I really wish I could be here with you guys all the time, but I am running out of time on this video, so I do have to turn. This is News Ninja. Signing off. Adios.
Persona Q is a JRPG developed by Atlus and crosses over the worlds of Persona 3 and Persona 4. It is a beautifully animated game, and the gameplay is very deep. Within this gameplay, you get to choose 5 characters to roam each labyrinth with, from either Persona 3 or Persona 4. Each character has their own unique persona and their own unique abilities. Each floor is beautifully designed based on either Alice in Wonderland, a group day cafe, or a haunted house.
Throughout each labyrinth, you will encounter shadows and powerful enemies called FOEs. Each shadow and FOE requires specific ways to take them down, which requires a lot of strategy. FOEs, on the other hand, are very strong enemies, which require a lot of power, time, and patience to take down. This leads to a lot of grinding, but it's not all that bad because afterwards, defeating the boss is a very sweet feeling. Overall, Persona Q is a great game that all JRPG fans should try.
Right on target.
Hey guys, today for you I'm going to review some Dying Light. Now Dying Light is a AAA game that was just released in February by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, and overall it's a pretty solid game, except for a couple things. So one of the big things about this game is that it was marketed as a horror game, and it has almost no horror to it whatsoever. It is essentially any Assassin's Creed game thrown in with zombies. While at night, it can get, more frightening because there's bigger zombies that, are stronger and can, just generally do more damage to you. It's only at night, and as the game progresses, it gets infinitely easier to be able to avoid them with the help from your, grappling hook and flashlights, and also a survivor sense, which lets you know when any non-basic zombies are around you. So that being said, the game itself is beautiful. It runs smoothly, aside from, a few minor levels. It is, has great playing mechanics. It has, amazing story to it. But, like I said, it lacks horror, and that's, a big disappointment from coming from a horror game. Another thing is, like I said, you have a grappling hook. And this has a lot to do with the physics. First of all, it really doesn't tomahawk on a turn, which, may be able to get you some places in life. But, just being able to throw it from the side of the building and fling yourself up another 100 feet, I don't like those physics. Also being able to fall, like right here, if I were to fall and hit the ground, I would die. Or I can wait till I was 5 feet away from the ground and then grapple to the ground. And I would end up going faster, but take no damage whatsoever once I hit the ground. So, it's got a little wonky physics to it, but overall, it's still a pretty decent, mechanic to it. Another thing that really was actually surprisingly fun about this game is online mode. While it can definitely and mainly should be played as a single player game, there is a Be the Zombie mode online, which allows you to invade into other players' game as a super zombie essentially, and just basically wreak havoc. Killing them, stealing their missions, and just having total fun being a dick. So while this was one of the more anticipated games, although it was a big fall with horror, it was definitely a solid game overall. So I would definitely recommend it to you guys. And that's all I have, so I'll see you next time.
We're going to review a game called Mother 3. Mother 3 was written by Shigesato Itoi and published by Nintendo in 2006 for the Game Boy Advance, but never made it outside of Japan. This game is a sequel to Earthbound and Mother. Let's take a look at the story of Mother 3. The game starts off in Tazmily Village, which is part of the Nowhere Islands. Just beyond the Sunshine Forest, we learn about a boy named Lucas. Lucas seems to live a peaceful life. He's got a loving mother, Hinawa, a gingerous twin brother named Claus, and a brave father named Flint. All is well until strange things start happening in Tazmily Village. A bunch of explosions go off in the Sunshine Forest thanks to these men wearing pig masks, and naturally it causes a great forest fire. And thus begins Chapter 1, Night of the Funeral. With a chapter title like that, you know it's gonna be intense. Anyways, not only are these pig men setting fire to Tazmily's forests, but they are messing with the wildlife as well. This is making the wildlife out to be hostile. And the reason these men wearing pig masks are doing this is because they're in cahoots with an animal abuser named Facade. And Facade's goal is to turn Tazmily Village from this lovable country bumpkin place into a modern, technology-obsessed society. And Facade is doing this because he's in cahoots with Porky, who's in cahoots with Gygus, which is this evil alien guy who wants everybody dead. Not only will this game give you possible nightmares, it's actually kind of a depressing game as well. It plays with a lot of your emotions. Mother 3 has awfully touching and beautiful scenes, and it makes you feel really attached to the characters. Nothing like the feeling of having your favorite characters be put through trauma. All in all, this game is one of my very favorites. Mother 3 was obviously made with a lot of love. And the game has a lot of humor to bring you up from the depressing parts. No problem here. This is fine. Everything is okay. One of the most significant parts of Mother 3 is its music. I need not mention that Mother 3's gameplay is exceptionally fun, and I never tire of it. Between the emotions and the characters and the story and the fighting, this game is a solid 9.9 out of 10.